Howdy, folks, and welcome to another episode of Inside RIC Athletics. I'm Cody Chalifoux, and today I'm joined by softball's very own Alexis Boyce. Alexis, thank you so much for taking some time out and talking with us.
Of course.
So you guys just came back not too long ago from North Carolina. You guys had the usual very end of winter, beginning of spring southern trip, and you guys went to North Carolina. Just Tell me how it was. You guys played a few games down there. How was the experience?
Oh, so it just made me so excited for the rest of the season. Honestly, we ended up going 2-4, but that doesn't really show the caliber of teams we played and the caliber that we played to. I think it was a really nice setup for a really successful rest of the season.
Right, and like I said, 2-4 is the record, but a lot of those games were one-run games, a couple extra inning games, and that was kind of your what you guys did last year as well, where even though you lost more games than you won, or it was right around the same, a lot of those losses were one-run, two-run, very close games, and that's kind of been your MO for the last 2 years. So what does that kind of say about your team and how you guys are always in a ball game no matter what?
Oh yeah, you can never count us out. I mean, this year especially, I think we're going to be able to turn those one-run losses into actually coming out with the win in the end. I think we're finally learning how to win and how to be successful, We're definitely the type of team to, even if someone goes up 4 runs on us in the first inning, we're going to come and answer back right in that, probably in the second.
Right.
So it's just really exciting, and I think it shows a lot. We persevere through pretty much anything, and even playing against really top-tier, teams, it doesn't really scare us at all, which is nice to see.
Right.
But.
Yeah, this will be year number 2 in the Mary Holt-Kelsch era, and then she's brought on 2 new assistants with her this year. Just kind of talk about the new coaching staff. In the last 2 years, how you've adapted. As a senior, as a leader of this team, and how fun has it been to kind of get their philosophies in over the last couple of months?
Oh, it's the best. I mean, having Coach Mary pretty much just with one other coach last year, even that you could tell she really was putting in a lot of work to get us to where she expects us to be. Now having her have a little more help. Now we have Coach Fons, who's in the outfield. Finally our outfielders get, the work they deserve. They're not just running for us infielders anymore. And then we have Coach Sen coming in for our pitchers. We have a really young pitching staff, so you need somebody. She played at Southern, so she has the experience, the college experience, playing at a really high level. And I think that's good because we have such a young staff, that need a little guidance. And, she's definitely pushing them, but in the best way possible, But I think having both of them they really balance out the coaching staff. We have Coach Fons, who's very, he's very level. He doesn't get very excited either way, whereas Coach Sen is always really up there, really excited for us, really animated on the bench, keeping us all involved. And then Coach Mary is like the strong leader of the
captain of the ship.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, Mary's awesome, and I can't wait to kind of get to know these other 2 coaches as well. And you guys as a team, I said you have a young staff. There's some veterans in key places and a lot of youth as well. This is really the first class that Coach Holt-Kelsch has brought in on her own, kind of came in very late last year. And so how has it been kind of adapting your new teammates, you as a senior, as a captain, as a leader on this team? Like, how has it been, watching them learn and kind of getting them indoctrinated in how things work around here? Yeah,
I mean, we definitely have our freshman class has the talent. They're all athletes. It's crazy. You can put pretty much any of them anywhere, which is great, and it really opens up like an opportunity for a lot of moving around in the field, a lot of moving around in the lineup. And I think the only thing they're going to have to learn is just the difference between travel ball into college. And other than that, though, they definitely have the skills and the talent to be extremely successful, right? Especially in this conference.
Right, and then coming back to you, obviously you're the star of today's show. You're one of the better offensive threats over the last few years in the LEC. You're behind the plate, and I like to say that's one of those positions in sports where you have to a screw or 2 loose to always be behind the plate. Such a hard workload. But still the bat's there, and so you're catching all these innings as well as putting balls over the fence and doing what you got to do. What does an off season look like for you in terms of kind of keeping your body and your mental game kind of sharp, as well as making sure you're at least still getting reps that you need throughout the winter and stuff.
Well, this winter especially, we were given the opportunity to get memberships over at the Backstop in Warwick. So it's like a facility where we can go take some swings off the tee. They have a great I forget what it's called, but like when you hit, it shows you where the ball goes, how hard it's coming off the bat.
Bat track things.
Hit tracks. Yeah, they have one of those, which is great just to see how you're doing. And then not to mention, we've been putting in a lot of work in the weight room with Coach B, throwing around unbelievable weights. Stuff that I never thought I would see. Me and some of my friends, squatting 250 plus pounds,
right?
So stuff like that. Just staying strong, staying healthy. Using the off season to, while you're still staying athletic, taking that time to rest and kind of recoup a little bit. Any injuries or anything, fix those before we get into season. So.
Awesome. Off the field, you're a biochemistry major here at RIC, and why biochemistry? What are you looking to do after college is done with that degree? And that must be a demanding major.
Oh yeah, it is. I always love science. I love being in the lab. I get to do a lot of independent lab work by myself and with a small group under one of my professors. It's definitely hard. It's really hard, and it's testing, but it's teaching me, important lessons like how to take failure and use it,
right?
Because that's a lot of lab work. But I definitely want to end up, doing some research of some sort. Hopefully medical is kind of the idea in the long run, but gonna have to go to a little more school before that one.
But it's a lot more, and that's the failure part. I think I'm prone to failure as your best teacher, especially having in the classroom as well as you can use that on the field. Like know that, hey, I struck out here, I'll get back, and I know what that changeup looks like now or whatever.
Oh yeah.
For those who have watched the show before, at least more than once, I'm a big music guy, and baseball's one of the softball are two of the sports where music is the most prevalent because you have the walk-up songs and the walkout songs. I know last year you guys kind of had the playlist that kept playing.
Yeah.
But this year, are you guys going to have individual walk-up songs? And B, what is yours and what went into selecting yours? If you have selected it, I know that as a former baseball player myself, that is almost more as important as making sure you get good wood on a bat.
It really is. We're hoping to do walk-up songs this year. I don't think anybody's kind of stepped up and actually taken the reins on it yet, but I had this idea. Actually, it was one of my friends' ideas that they had, and I said I'm gonna steal that. But the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yes.
So like Western,
I like it.
I think that would be it's definitely up there, just because I think it would be funny if you get it, and then some people would probably hear it and be like, what is, like, that's kind of random,
I endorse it.
But I do, if I pick that, I gotta step up this year, I gotta live up to something like that.
That song has a lot of extra bass hits in it, I would say.
Exactly.
All right, well, before we get you out of here, I know you're a busy gal, you got a lot of things to do. We play a game here at Inside RIC Athletics, and actually we're debuting a new game today.
Okay.
So before we should do a music-based game called Vibe Check. We're retiring that for the spring season, but we are bringing up 5 quick questions.
Oh, geez.
Basically, I'm just going to ask you 5, not really softball related, just 5 quick questions. You give me your answer. If we want to talk about it, we can talk about it. But 5 quick questions for you. All right?
Yeah.
First question. Which one of your teammates would you least trust to babysit a younger sibling of yours?
Abby Claces.
Abby Claces. Favorite movie?
Oh, Coraline.
Coraline.
Weird, right? I know.
Didn't
kind of
like
random.
that one. Hey, that's fine. Again, if you're behind the plate, the screw's loose somewhere.
Exactly.
So that's where you get Coraline from. Best dancer on the team?
Oh, Kate Ash.
Kate Ash? If you were to take one of your 3 coaches and have them plan a birthday party for you, which one would you have?
Coach Sen.
Coach Sen?
Hands
all right.
down.
What is that, 4 questions? 4 questions?
4.
Last question here for you. If you weren't a catcher, what position would you be playing?
Ooh, center field.
Center field?
I have the wheels for it.
I agree. I've seen you play. You got some sneaky wheels. All right, Alexis, thank you so much for sitting down with me, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Inside RIC Athletics. Make sure to go over to goanchorman.com for everything Rhode Island College Athletics. There, you can find a varsity schedule so you can pick out what games you want to watch at home with a link to the broadcast there, what games you want to come out and see in person, and we'll see you there. Also, there is a broadcast link that goes right to our YouTube channel, which has all of these Inside RIC Athletics archived. So if you want to watch the first one, you want to watch the next one, you can go to YouTube, like, subscribe, get notified when those goes up. If you want to watch these live, make sure to check into the broadcast where a lot of these episodes are aired for the first time during halftime of whatever event we are doing. Also, don't forget, Rhode Island College has a radio show that airs every Friday from 4:30 to 5 o'clock on 790 The Score, anchored in athletics. Make sure to check that out. George Bishel, our host, has been doing a fantastic job. More interviews with players, more interviews with coaching, and also more interviews with staff around Rhode Island College. And there on goanchorman.com is also an archived list to watch all those that you've maybe missed or any of the future. So thank you so much. I've been Cody Chalifoux. Have a wonderful rest of your day.